In this video we are looking at task templates and their use in 1BizApp. There are two types of template, recurring and normal. Let's look at recurring first. These are used to create recurring masters, which create the actual tasks. The tasks are just simple tasks, but are generated automatically from the recurring master. The templates can be used to create many recurring masters with different jobs and properties. The master will always create a similar task at regular predetermined intervals. We will see their use in a minute. The other type of template is just a simple template. This template is used to create a normal task just once. The template can be used over and over, but each time it is used it'll create just one task. These two types of template are marked slightly different in 1BizApp, so you know which one you are working with. First, we are looking at a recurring template and using it to create a master, which in turn will create tasks. In the bottom right of the screen, the template or task we are looking at will be highlighted. So first, let's have a look at our task list. We will use one of the predefined filters to see just our templates. Select View Task List, then when the tasks are displayed, go into the filter drop-down and select Templates. You can easily see that these are all templates because they have the icon T alongside them. In addition, you can see that one of them is a recurring template as it has the arrowed recurring symbol beside it. A template is easily created by simply not giving it a start time. It is that makes it a template. You can see that the When column is blank in all these templates. We're now going to look at the recurring template. Our fictitious company here is called Global Dynamics, and one of their products is gate installation. So one of the recurring tasks that they may wish to create for many different customers is a gate inspection and service. They normally do this annually. So we have a template because the recurring master is created for many different customers. Although you can set the master to run yearly, you then lose control of which day of the week it's created. If you create the template to be run every 52 weeks, you can guarantee that it is run on a Monday, for example. We recommend that your recurring templates are set up like this. We will see these in use later in this video. Now we're going to see some master recurring tasks generated from these recurring templates. It's the recurring master that actually generates the task. Go back to our filter drop-down and select Master Recurring Tasks. You can easily see that these are master recurring tasks, so they have a green M beside them. When you add a date to a recurring template, it generates recurring master. You can see that all of these masters have a date, and the tasks from these will be generated according to the rules in those recurring masters. Let's have a look at the Produce VAT return. We can see that this master will generate a task on the 25th of the month every 3 months. There are some buttons at the top of the window that we will use when we come to create tasks from this master in a minute. To create a practical example, we're going to look at a job that is created for a customer. This will use the template we saw earlier. We will set up a job as you would do for a real customer. We will then create a recurring task for this customer. First, we will select a job that we want to create the recurring task for. You can see that the job is at the stage Quote Sent, and we imagine that this quote has been approved, so the first thing we're going to do is change the job status from Quote Sent to In Progress. We have drawn up a contract with our customer that has an end date, so we enter that next. If the contract doesn't have an end date, then just put this date far in the future. If the contract ends, you can then change this date. The end date is entered as shown. Now, to generate invoices for your customer, you can set some parameters on this job sheet. Select the invoice frequency from the options shown. As our gate inspection is every 52 weeks, we'll set this to annually. We will now set the next invoice date and the value of the contract. Having set up the contract, we're now going to use a recurring task template. We are inside the job, so any task we create will automatically be attached to this job. The tasks you see in the drop-down are all the recurring task templates. One of them is our recurring gate inspection template. You can see that it's a recurring task template by the red T's. We're going to create a master recurring task for this job from this recurring task template. As we mentioned earlier, the things we have to do is add a when date and populate the fields. We need to populate the fields to attach it to the job. Because we have done this, when we save this, it will become a master recurring task. Notice the red T turned into a green M. This master recurring task can be customized to suit the job we're working in, so although the template defined the recurrence as 52 weeks, it can be changed here. So, to recap, we have taken a recurring task template, filled in a start date, and populated the fields to create a master recurring task. As this is a new recurring task, it doesn't have any occurrences generated yet. If you click on Create Occurrences for this master, any tasks that should be created for this master will be created now. The start date was slightly in the past, so one occurrence of the task should be created from this master. When you close the master recurring task, it will remain to generate new tasks in the future. You can now see that the task instance has been generated from the master recurring task. There is an option in the task instance to edit the master recurring task. This gives you the opportunity to edit the master if something needs changing. You can see that the master has the ability to change the rate of occurrence and the task instance does not. This task has a checklist attached to it. See the video on checklist to see more how these are created and managed. If we go into the checklist on the task instance, we can start filling it out. The checklist status changes from not started to in progress. We cannot use timers on templates or masters, but we can on the task instance. We have two ways of starting the timer, by changing the task status or by clicking on the Start Timer button. There's a crucial difference between these two ways of starting a task. By changing the status to in progress, the timer is started. The start time of the task is defined by the when field. By clicking on the Start Timer button, the task is time-stamped to start from when the button is pressed. Looking at the task list now, you can see that our task instance is in progress, and that the start time remained at 9 AM on the 26th of May. If we'd clicked on the Start Timer button, the when field would have changed to now. Clicking on the Start Timer button also ensures that only one task is being performed at one time. By changing the status to in progress, no check was made and multiple tasks can be performed at the same time by one user. This concludes the video on task templates. Please have a look at the other videos on tasks to find out more.